Welcome, Buffet Line, to yet another episode of Rollin' Heavy. I am your head chef and host, Big D, joined always by my sous chef, the notorious BOF. What you cooking tonight, chef?
I'm doing pasta because I'm positively amazing tonight, chef. How are you?
I like it. I was better before I heard that, though.
Uh, son, sorry, chef.
Oh
I'll think
man,
of, I'll go sweep the floor and think about what I've done.
yeah. Think about what you said, and then
Okay.
come back.
Okay. I mean, I had that just
Uh,
ramen around, and I just thought I would use it.
Chef, you're fired.
Damn it. Sorry, chef.
All right, Tanakh. Now you got me just all kind of messed up. I don't have any
Sorry,
words.
I'm sorry. I was trying to make you great, but that was too cheesy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
Are you good? You're good.
Probably done. I'm probably done.
Which means we're not done. So I hope you're all ready for another hour of this.
We'll see what happens.
So we are talking Bash in Berlin results. We have the official pick winner from our little game we like to play.
It was me, right?
No, it was not you.
Shocker.
I edged you out by 1 point, and thus retain. I gotta grab the belt here. The Rollin' Heavy Pick'em Championship. Just gonna put this nice and over my shoulder here, and then oh, my camera didn't block it off. Look at that. So let's just dive into it. What did you think of the show?
Show total? Meh.
Yeah.
Like, meh. I mean, as a whole, I maybe a 3-plater.
I think you're generous with 3.
Like it was. If I had to pick between getting my teeth pulled or spending 3 hours watching Bash, I would probably pick Bash. But like, yeah, like I don't know. I mean, to me, everything but the mixed tag match was like dress rehearsal.
Yeah, I felt the same way. Sorry, this belt is unwieldy and just falling all over the place. Yeah, everything with like you said, the mixed tag match just really felt like there was a lack of energy. There was a little bit there with Punk and Drew, but otherwise, like everything was, I don't know, super slow. And like, yeah, you said dress rehearsal. Like I totally felt that.
Yeah, yeah. It was. I mean, like, zero energy. I think like with the Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens match. I mean, maybe they were trying to take something. Maybe they were like, giving us the Easter egg hunt that the Easter egg that KO might go back to who he was, and he maybe is going to stab Cody in the back, especially when his quote unquote knee was hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he did, and I'm like, it's not coming off, dude. Like, here's the thing, like, I wouldn't have held it against Kevin if he would have done it.
No,
Like,
God,
do it.
no.
Dude, you're fighting for the world championship.
Right.
Like, there's no friends inside that squared circle. Like, especially if your opponents, like, just go to 10, like, fight. He challenged you, so you do whatever you got to do to win.
Right. Well, and KO said, he's like, you asked for this. And then, like,
Yeah.
you don't do anything. You don't hit him with your power bomb. Like, you don't exploit anything that you normally would. You want to talk, fight Kevin, fight. Like, fucking fight.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
he challenged Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens did not show up to that match.
No, the true KO did not show up to that match at all.
No. Mm-mm.
Like, I appreciate that, they were highlighting the friendship, and it's like, all right, well, Cody's got a friend in Kevin. But, like...
But this isn't Buzz and Woody.
No, like, well, then, like, what the hell was the point of this match?
Like,
right? Like,
yeah.
we just want to have Cody on the show, so why not
Well, yeah,
Kevin Owens? We need a reason
Yeah.
to put... Like, it was just stupid. Like, it forwarded no storylines. It was
No.
a boring match.
Mhm.
And, like, I would have enjoyed it way more. Like, give KO the heel turn.
Yeah, something.
You know?
Like, yeah, because, like, I mean, I understand that. Or, like, let's be honest. That damn the bloodline story is going to continue till the end of time. So, do that. Like, if you got Cody and Kevin in the ring, and Kevin truly has this shot, then have him have the shot, and have it be Kevin Owens. If we're just gonna get this, like, dress rehearsal. Oh, I'm fighting. Oh, I'm fighting all these. I should do this, but I can't because we're friends. Blah blah blah. That's stupid. Have a bloodline thing happen then.
Yeah, like advance some other storyline. Like, bring something else to this. Have the bloodline show up and interfere in the match. And Solo's like, oh no, nobody gets a shot at Cody but me.
Yeah, something. Like something. And maybe that should have happened before. But, like, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, it was, again, it was a filler match.
Yeah, like, KO didn't want the match. And
No, it was
and there was no build to it.
No.
Like, they tried to, I guess, on the SmackDown the week before with the Waller effect. It's like, oh, look, KO's turned on all of his friends. And it's like, okay, they're going to tease that, and then, like, it doesn't happen. And like,
yeah, there's a point where it looks like he's maybe going to hit him with the belt, but he doesn't, and it's just like, do something, man. Like, and if you're not going to go heel, which is fine, but put together a banger of a match then. Do something.
Yeah, like
make me believe that you actually were there trying to win the title from him.
Yeah, I didn't feel at all at any point in that match was Cody ever at risk.
No, and this was just a chance to open the show with Cody Rhodes, him doing his entrance and hyping up the crowd. That's 100% what it was, and then 13 minutes of Cody and Kevin, playing in the sandbox.
Yeah. Kevin getting an advantage, but not going after it. Oh, I'm going to do this. No. And then he kicked him in the knee one time. It's like, okay, like, maybe he's going to actually try to mount some offense and do some stuff. But, yeah, I don't know. This to me was the worst match of the night. Like, it was a total one-plater. I walked in, looked at the buffet, and was like, I guess I'll eat some mashed potatoes.
Yeah. But I gave it 3, but that was a stretch.
Yeah, it was everything that I expected it to be without, like, bloodline or other kinds of shenanigans going into it, and it was exactly what I expected. It wasn't, to me, it wasn't an exciting match. It was poorly booked. It was poorly built. And it was, I feel like it was just an excuse to have Cody in Bash.
Yeah, and it's almost like Cody needs the bloodline to re to stay Cody.
Yeah, like
Because like things like this, he's gonna lose that mystique real quick.
yeah.
It's like, oh, he's gonna have this another match, and it's gonna be lackluster, and it's great, you know.
Yeah,
Who's he fighting next? Oh, he's fighting Goldust, his brother. Seems a bit of a stretch and kind of stupid.
and
Yeah, but
weird.
it's Cody Rhodes, but who gives a shit that he's fighting Goldust? Like,
Yeah, like there's gotta be something to it. Like
something
yes,
to it.
Cody is the biggest draw in the company now, and I understand that you want to have him on all your PLEs, but make it work. Make it make sense. Like when I think we talked about it 3 weeks ago when they announced the match. I'm like, this makes no fucking sense.
No. No.
Kevin Owens said it makes no fucking sense.
It's like, this is like, are you? No. It's like, I don't know. This is ludicrous.
Man,
Like,
they got me dropping F-bombs, and we're not even talking about Bronze Breaker. Like that's how poor it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a zero build up. It was a a WTF. Why? What is at? Where does this fall in? But it, like you said at first, it was just a reason to get Cody in on the PLE.
Yeah.
It's like we want both of our champions on there. We're gonna bookend the PLE with title matches. We're gonna open with Cody because he's gonna get the bigger pop, and this is how it's gonna be. And he's gonna fight Kevin Owens. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, I feel like when they were coming up with this, we were like, why not Kevin? But like,
Yeah.
who else do they have on SmackDown? Like Randy's been on Raw.
Well, Randy had a match that night, right?
Yeah,
he's fighting Gunther. So
and you've
it's
got
like, okay.
KO. LA Knight is your U.S. champ. You're not gonna bring Logan Paul back again.
No, and which would almost make less sense than Kevin.
That it's not gonna be solo Cody.
No,
because
we just had that.
That's gonna be again further down the line here. If it happens again, it can't be Fatu because they're building that guy up to be immortal, and they can't have Fatu lose to Cody.
No.
Yeah, and so it's like you're not bringing Roman Reigns in for this. It's like, all right, well, I guess Kevin Owens.
And that's the only way, like, this match even works, right? Is you do all these little things with Kevin Owens, right? And then to even make this anything than, a 1 or a 3 plater is you need to have Solo. The Bloodline needs to show up.
Yes.
And take it away, and like, nope, and take it away from Kevin. Like, if they want this title so bad, how are they just gonna let Kevin fight and them just like stand in the background? Like, that makes zero sense.
Solo wants his revenge.
He wants his revenge with Cody, and it's not with Kevin. So take out Cody or take out Kevin during the match and be like, no, and prove your point. Like, this is my title. You know what? Take them both out. This is my title, blah, blah, blah. This is mine. This is our event and blah, blah, blah. Whatever you're going to do that. And then let the OTC show up. If you want to start a show, there you go.
Yeah, well, and like there was such, like, there's an opportunity to build, like, who's going to be on Roman's team. Like, you don't necessarily have to have, Jay or Jimmy or, any of those people show up. But, like, Roman hasn't been around for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
No, and we've all been waiting for him to show up again. And then he makes, 2 appearances, and now he's gone?
Yeah, like, so
Right.
it's... It's really confusing, and it's not making a whole lot of sense right now.
No. Yeah, and it's just like because even now, like if it's not Solo, who is it? It's there's nobody. There's nobody on the roster that it's going to be. They're not going to do AJ Styles.
No,
You know,
it's
that's
Escobar. C.
no, that's Ellie. That's an LA Knight thing, man. Like he's gonna fight that. He's US title.
Yeah,
Like
but I had to say it.
like yeah. Like I don't know. Maybe it's maybe the next it's Bischoff next. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
Kevin
like
Nash.
I'm
Next
looking
guy
at I'm
is
looking at
Kevin
the
Nash.
roster here, and it's like yeah, really, Montez Ford.
No. No.
You know,
Can't just like because now it's just jump. Okay, cool. Now it's at that point. Then it's like they're just pulling names out of hats.
yeah, I was like, oh, I mean, like they could have a decent build with Grayson Waller. He's a decent heel. He's good on the mic. They could put together a good match. You know,
And they have a little bit of a background. They were, that's more of a tag thing with, him and Austin Theory and Grayson Waller and Cody and Kevin, right?
mm-hmm.
But again, that was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm done talking Cody and Kevin, but
Like pick a story, dude. Like pick a story and stick with it.
and you know what? It's okay to not have Cody on every PLE. Have him. He doesn't have to have a match. Have him introduce the show. Have him host. Have him do something. You can get Cody Rhodes there.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want him to do his entrance and walk out and do something, have him be the host.
Yeah, like you can get plenty of mileage out of Cody, and he doesn't need to. Like he doesn't have to wrestle.
Yeah, have these like chintzy worth nothing matches.
Yeah, and that's like you said, it's gonna hurt the mystique of Cody, and
Yeah.
it's gonna make his title run stale. Like I appreciate that they are having him defend the title way more often, and he's a fighting champion. I do appreciate that, and that there's some real stakes at risk, but it doesn't have to be every single PLE.
No, and here and look at what Cody had to walk through, hellfire and brimstone to win the title from Roman Reigns.
Yeah, he did.
Like he had like that was a fight to get there. And so that's what you built. Like this dude is a warrior.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's like, I don't know. He's now he's just some dude.
You had the I Quit match with
That was
AJ Styles, which was garbage.
Oh yeah.
And then the match at SummerSlam was Solo, which was a decent match, and we saw the return of Roman, which was huge. Like that was like the talk of everything for, I guess, up until this last one. Like, and then it's another stinker with Kevin. Yeah, I don't know. Like it needs to get better.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a fighting champion, right? And he's built up to, at least he was built up to do these, basically fight everybody and anybody, right?
Yep.
So here's the thing. He does a gauntlet match with every member of the bloodline. Whoever wins, he starts out with can't wrestle
Tongaloa.
Tongaloa. Like, no, dude, we're wrestling. Oh, right, we're wrestling. Okay. What's a body slam again? Okay.
Do I need to hit a low blow?
Wait, I'm drop kicking you, right? So I'm gonna drop this kick on you. Okay. And then, and then do the other Tongan. Tongaloa.
Tamatonga.
Tamatonga. Yeah. And then he goes to Tamatonga. And then he goes through
Fatu? Man,
And
I
then
feel
he
like
goes to
Fatu's the end boss of the current
Yeah,
bloodline.
but Solo's, you gotta stop. Yeah, but you're not gonna stop at Enforcer. You gotta stop at Tribal Chief.
So he stops at Roman? Because Solo sure ain't the tribal chief right now.
You gotta stop at Wish Tribal Chief, not OTC Tribal Chief.
Fair. Then just leave Fatu out of it.
But here's the thing: maybe he loses to Fatu.
Fatu's the new tribal chief.
And now Fatu has got the belt, and he's like, "How am I not the tribal chief? I should be the tribal chief. Tell me I'm not the tribal chief." Because I
will eat you.
Yeah. It's like, I'll stomp a muddle on you and walk it dry. You tell me I'm not the tribal chief now. Or, since he's so loyal to Solo, he wins. He wins it and hands it to Solo.
I don't know. He wasn't very happy about handing off the tag title. You think he's gonna hand off the Universal title? Fuck no.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
The answer is no. No, he's not.
Yeah, I would prefer him to be. He's a way more convincing tribal chief than Solo is to me.
Oh
if
yeah.
If I'm gonna be honest. Like, honestly, if you look at that group, if I was to just look at them, I'm like, yeah, that weird looking, that scary fucker right there, he's their leader, right? Because he can just murder them all and then go just then he's gonna murder them all and then just go eat a musubi and be fine with it, right? Like, he's the leader, right? No, that dude with the red belt and the gold chain, that fucker, that looks like a guy that hangs around them just so people think that he's in the group. The Polynesian boy band one, that guy, the guy that's the trying too hard one, oh, he's the leader? Cool. Okay, that's probably why they're so fucked up right now,
huh?
Interesting.
All right, let's move on. Otherwise, we're going to talk Bloodline for the next hour.
Sorry, that was 30 minutes on one match.
It was 30 minutes of do better, WWE. Don't book Cody on every PLE unless you can make it make sense.
This is what you get for keeping dudes that you fired on the podcast. So,
yeah, I mean, good help's hard to find.
I
all right, let's move on. The Unholy Union versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. This was both of our chef special picks. I went by pinfall. We both had Bianca and Jade, which was the correct answer. We both got that. I had by pinfall at 14:47. You had by DQ at 13:07. You were pretty close on time. You were within a minute. Not enough for bonus points, but you were close.
I was close. Yeah. Missed it on the DQ.
Yep, and I was very surprised to not see any interference in this match.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm starting to believe that we're not going to see, like, it. The matches are just going to lay out the way that they're built. Because I don't think we haven't seen any real interference in any of the PLEs so far that I can remember.
Well, I mean, there was with the Judgment Day and the mixed tag this time, but yeah, for the smaller PLEs, like these 5-match shows, there really hasn't been any. Yeah, it's just everything's just kind of been played out.
Yep.
Which I mean, it's not a bad thing.
Like, yeah, and like for these undercard matches, they're not gonna like dive into these deep stories, you know.
Well, I mean, and the story there is, I mean, it's flimsy at best. I mean, sure, Blair Davenport shows up and then Naomi shows up. You know, it just it adds another layer of excitement, I guess, to it. in what was a pretty much a foregone conclusion on who was going to win this one. But
Yeah.
I mean, the match itself was fine. I've actually grown to kind of like the Unholy Union. They play the heels in the ring very, very well. With the misdirection and cheap shots and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of starting to like them more.
They kind of mean girl. They're
Yeah.
They're mean girls to me. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I'm digging that a little bit more. It's like, okay, like I can get behind this.
Mm-hmm.
And they play the characters well. Yeah, it's good. So I'm starting to like the Unholy Union more and more.
I like them more than like Bianca and Jade outside of the ring. Like I don't know, like talent wise, Bianca and Jade without a doubt.
Yes,
I'm not gonna argue that.
They are much better athletes. They're way stronger.
They are very well equipped to do what they do. Like,
yes,
there's no ifs, ands, or buts. And if this wasn't, and I'm not calling this fake or whatever, but if there wasn't a predetermined winner, I pick Bianca and Jade 10 out of 10 times. I don't care who you put in the ring with them. I pick them 10 out of 10, without a doubt. I'm like, dude, these two against these, like those two. Are you shitting me? 10 out of 10.
You could put them against the entirety of Damage Control.
Yeah,
and they're gonna win.
If it's those two versus every other female tag team at the same time, 10 out of 10 for them every time. I don't care. But it's the same shit from them. Like, oh yeah, we this, and then they flex and then they walk away. Like there is zero depth to them.
The team is carried by the EST.
Yep.
100% carried by EST. And I mean that was evident in the Bash match. I mean, Bianca was in the match for 90% of the time. Mm-hmm. And it was, Michael Cole and Wade Barrett. It's like, man, yeah, the Unholy Union are really doing a number on Bianca and doing, keeping her out and keeping Jade out of the match. And, but Bianca can work. That's what she does, and mm-hmm. And then Jade came in, they got the tag, and Jade came in and hit all of her moves, and then they flexed. And then the match was over shortly after that.
Yeah, that's it. It's yeah, I don't know. While Jade is very gifted, athletically,
yes,
and physically, just even move wise, there's very, very little creative offense, right?
Yeah.
She's maybe has a list of maybe 10 moves that she's gonna do, and then that's her repertoire, right? She's not gonna be super creative with her.
No, like she needs more time.
Yeah.
That's why I wholly believe that they had them lose at Clash because they were going to do a singles push for Bianca and Jade. But having Jade in singles matches, I think they're like, no, she's not ready for this.
No, it's like she's carrying the match. It's, if you remember when they first put Sable into the ring, and you hear people talking about that, they're like, yeah, you had to carry her through these matches. Because Sable wasn't a wrestler.
No, she was not.
No, she wasn't a wrestler. She was there to, she was a pretty face. She was the 90s Attitude Era You know,
She was the
beach,
diva.
bl-
She was the
beach
diva.
blonde. Yeah, beach blonde. You know, faked everything or fake everything. You know, diva, the diva of all the divas at that time. And she wasn't a wrestler. And when she got into to actual do wrestling, it's like, even Trish Stratus, like you you had to, like, that match was all you. Like, you
Yeah,
had to carry her. You had to make the match look good because Sable wasn't gonna do it.
yeah. Well, I mean, and I don't think Jade's quite that bad, but she definitely can't carry a match on her own.
No.
And I mean that's why they have her paired with Bianca, because Bianca is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I think she is top tier of the women's division on either brand. And I could easily see her stepping into either of the women's titles and being a fantastic champion.
For
Um,
sure. And,
and
and, 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 and if not champion, at least a top, like,
a
hey,
believable contender. Like,
yeah, for sure.
and Jade can be too, but she's not there yet.
No.
She, and as she said, she needs more time.
Yeah. Outs like just the image of Jade makes her all right. Maybe she could be a contender. But then when push comes to shove, it's like, well, you know, she's got a very predictable offense, so not a huge contender.
Yeah, her game has got to expand, and she's got to get better. She's got to
Yep.
be smoother. She can't be botching all these moves. She can't be doing all these things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But overall, I mean, I thought the match was okay. It went as I expected. They hit their flippy DDT suplex thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then won.
Yep.
Um,
Pulled hair for about 11 minutes, and then took a minute to do the flippy DDT, and then won.
Yep. So, I mean, nothing really else to comment as far as the match goes. The match, again, was exactly as I expected.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a two-plate match. Yeah, I mean, nothing to write home about, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, it was. I mean, it was like, yep, called it. Like, there was no big shocker. I
No,
wasn't going to be surprised if Unholy Union won, and I wasn't going to be surprised if Bianca Jade won. Like, it was like, yep, okay.
yep, I mean, pretty much. That was it.
Yep, like, cool. It was a tag match, and someone won.
Yeah. All right, let's talk Punk and Drew and the strap match. And Michael Cole did say strap on.
Uh-huh.
He did. A few times.
Told you it was a strap-on match.
um so again, this match, even though I picked Drew, you picked Punk. Drew was my makeup pick from Money in the Bank. And from their match with Seth. I picked against Drew, and then I'm like, all right, like, and I've wanted Drew to win those matches, and so
Yeah, for sure.
I wanted Drew to win this match, and finally, like, we can put this whole thing to rest. I knew it wasn't gonna happen. I know there was gonna be a third match at Bad Blood, like everybody expected. But what I wanted to have happen is Drew wins this match, takes the bracelet, and did exactly what he did on SmackDown, but did it at Bash. Wins the match, takes the bracelet, busts it apart, sprinkles the beads all over Punk, and then, like, wipes his hands. He's like, "We're done.
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 Match, yeah.
I got
Done.
nothing. I got no more for you."
Yeah. Yeah. And then call it good. And then, let Punk come back out on, on Raw and being like, oh, Drew. And Drew be like, yeah, I'm done, dude. I'm bigger and better now. Maybe go to Superior again for 10 years. But I'm moving on.
Yeah, I mean, the match was okay. Like, I didn't dislike the match. I thought this was the second best match of the night.
Yeah.
I thought the intensity started out really good. It was exactly what we expected it to be. With them just starting to beat the hell out of each other and, whip each other with the strap.
Yep. Strap on.
Yep, with the strap on.
Strap on their wrist.
Yep. Um, there were some pretty big moves, and there was a table involved at one point. Yeah, I mean, so overall, like, it was an entertaining match. I hoped it went another way, but we're definitely going to see, especially after what happened on Raw, this same storyline play out for at least the next month until we hit Bad Blood.
Yeah, like, and I knew it was gonna be Punk. Like, I knew it was gonna be Punk, and I was choosing Punk because of my mixed tag match pick. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take Punk and get those points, but um, again, like, I kind of wish it was Drew. Like, I kind of wish it was Drew, and he washed his hands with Punk, and then maybe he becomes part of the IC title tournament, I know it's a step down for him, but look, he's not in that role right now. He's not in that. He's, at least it's a title thing,
Yeah,
and a different angle than this Punk Drew thing. Like, God, is WWE gonna introduce what they have on the World Poker Tour? Now there's gonna be a bracelet belt.
yeah.
I'm the bracelet champion. Look, I'm the bracelet champion. Cool, dude.
Yeah,
How do you get that? How do you get that? You got to win strap-on matches. I don't know. I don't know. It's.
I mean, this feud has essentially been going on since February.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so we're 7 months in at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's wash it. Like, it doesn't need to go to WrestleMania again.
No, and here's the thing. Like, did the Rock Austin feud last that long or longer? Absolutely. But guess what?
This isn't Rock Austin.
Drew and Punk are not Austin and The Rock. Like, this is like, squash it, get it done.
Yeah,
like,
I know Punk says he's the best in the world, but I think everybody disagrees with that.
Maybe in Punk's world he's the best, but in the real world, no.
You're not. You didn't even make Mount Rushmore, Punk.
Yeah, dude, you're not even. Like, I wouldn't even sell you a ticket to look at the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, so I don't have anything negative to say about the match other than Punk won, and I was really hoping for this feud to be squashed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was fine. It was the first strap match I've ever watched, so I mean, yay for that.
Cool. You lost your strap-on virginity.
I did. So, I mean, yeah, I guess we're going to talk about Drew and Punk for at least another month until we hit Bad Blood in October.
We're talking about, I think we're talking about them for a long time.
Yeah, I'm just I'm gonna hope every PLE we're done with it, but I don't think that's gonna be the case.
No, just wait till Raw. There's gonna be, Punk is gonna come back on Raw. He's not out.
No, he's not.
No, but he's gonna come back on Raw, and he's gonna stole this from me, and this was my dog and my wife, and blah blah blah, and you can't have them in your mouth. And Drew can be like, they're not. They're in yours, literally. So.
I was wearing them as a ring around my ding dong.
Yeah.
At Bash, and then I took it off, and then you kissed it.
And you kissed it. So.
I still think I won that match.
I think I won.
You got my ball sweat in your mouth, so.
Mm-hmm. So was it salty?
A little assault with the salty bracelet.
With a little haggis. Tastes haggish.
Yeah, I mean, so that's all I have to say is here we go again for another month.
Yep. So it's another rinse and repeat
Yep.
story.
All right, let's move on to what I considered the match of the night.
Yep, I
The
agree.
Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio versus the Terror Twins in Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. And man, this is the only match, with maybe the exception of Punk and Drew, that I felt like had any urgency and any feeling behind it. Like,
Just energy. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Like, this is
Yeah.
desperately what this show needed.
Yep.
And it was great to see some vindication, from the Terror Twins. And my God, like, Rhea Ripley has, like, this whole thing has ascended Rhea Ripley. Like, she is no longer a superstar. Like, she is, like, in the stratosphere megastar level right now.
She like, I mean, you talk about like megastars, right? LA Knight calls himself a megastar, but let's
be honest.
let's be honest there, LA Knight. Yeah. Rhea Ripley, man, like, here's the thing. She, to me, is Austin-esque.
Yes.
Just
yeah.
At that obviously she's not, flipping off and, doing
She's not chugging beer and
she's not chugging beers and flipping everybody off,
no, but she has that attitude. Like,
Yes,
she's got that fuck you attitude, and everybody is on it. I'm in it. Like, I'm all about it.
that's it. Like, if there's anybody that I believe is their character or is their gimmick, I told you, I said, dude, Rhea Ripley, I believe that's her. Like, I believe that is her. Like, I do. Like,
And if it's not, like, man, you are a fantastic actor.
well, and here's the thing, and she is not afraid to show you, and I really believe that this is who she is. Like, because she's not afraid to show you both sides.
No.
Look at Raw. She's out there. She's on one leg. She's yeeting with the main event, right? She's having a good time. She's not afraid to show you. Here's the thing. I'm not this complete badass all the time. If I'm gonna have fun, I'm gonna have fun. I'm out here yeeting. I'm having a great time. And let's go to the Waffle House. All these things. But
and that crowd, I got goosebumps because Jey Uso, like he said, he's my boy. That crowd went nuts. And, like, in the whole, like, background, I know we're gonna talk about Raw on Friday, but in the whole, like, behind the scenes where she's like, I think I know a guy. And then you can hear the crowd in the background just going, yeet!
Yeet! Yeet! Yeet!
And then it's Jey Uso. And then at the end of it, like, she's in the middle of the ring doing, like, I was like, yeah, this needs to be a thing now. It's my two favorite superstars in the ring. And,
tying it.
yeah. Like, I don't care about Jay in the Bloodline anymore. Like, nah, he's the Terror Triplet.
Yeah, that's his role now. He's here. He's got to stay here. He needs to win this IC title. He needs to take it off of Bronze, and he needs to hang out with the Terror Twins. They need to be the Terror Triplets.
And the second he takes it off Bronze, he's like, "We're going to the Waffle House."
Yeet. Waffle House. Yeet. Yep. And like I was saying about Rhea, like, you see that side, and then when shit gets serious, like, you're like, oh yeah, you're great, yeah, but don't get on her bad side, dude.
No.
Here's the thing. She will be your ride and die. Like, she will have your back to the very end until you cross her, and then you will wish you were dead.
Yes.
And and maybe that's her, maybe that's not. Maybe she's more kind of the yeeting around type of thing. But I don't care. I believe she's both. And that's what I'm supposed to believe. And goddamn, does she do a good job.
Yeah, I believe it for sure.
Yeah, like, dude, that's like when she does her thing and then she bites the rope and she's like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, dude, like, I think there might be I think she's got a switch and she's gonna flip it, and we might not. She might be out there with a shovel burying somebody.
I
So
might be dead.
yeah. So yeah, she is 100% at an Austin level, that's a big thing to say.
Yeah, like I don't think she's quite hit Austin popularity, but she is Austin esque. Is like
Yep.
what I was trying to say. Like I don't think anybody's ever going to match Austin. Like peak Austin was something magical to live through.
Yeah. No.
And I know I'm always going to look back on that with rose colored glasses, but like she gives off the Austin energy of just that attitude that made Austin Austin, you
Yep.
know? And she's got it. And the whole bloodline story is doing her fabulous, fabulous things. And this match, like I said, like it was the match of the night. There was a lot of really good back and forth, and then of course, the Judgment Day got involved, and that led us to getting the side by side Razor's Edges.
Yep.
I thought we were gonna get a Razor's Edge and a Riptide.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't quite get that, but I'll take that. I wish it wasn't a Razor's Edge, but that's a topic for another show.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it was a great match. Like it was it felt to me like a non-squash squash. Like there was some back and forth, but like there was really no doubt ever. Like I know I only marked this as a 2 for my confidence because I could see like the Judgment Day being weird and causing a loss that way, but like actually watching it live, like I had no doubts that they're winning this match. They were always in control. Even when the Judgment Day showed up, they just annihilated the Judgment Day.
Yeah, and that was kind of like I took, I still feel dirty about it choosing Dom and Liv, but I wasn't 100% confident that it was going to be the Terror Twins, so, me taking Dom and Liv was a risk I was willing to take. But I don't know. Like it's worth losing the point to see what happened, and it was. I think it's on the road. I think I can see the Terror Twins turning into maybe not as bad as like what the Brothers of Destruction were though.
Yeah,
but I can see them going down and just kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah, I mean that's really what they're doing now.
Like, I think this is gonna split off to Rhea doing her thing, Damian doing his thing, and then it's gonna come back. I mean, they're gonna always be the Terror Twins, and they're always gonna have each other back because I don't want to see them break up.
No.
I want Jay to break into this, but. So this is going to break into 3 little things, but they're always real tight and they're doing their thing, but they're going to be more singles competitors, right? And at the end, the Terror Triplets have 3 titles. An IC title, a women's champion, and the heavyweight champion.
Might as well throw the tag titles in there too. They beat Finn and JD on Monday.
Yep. They got all the gold. Didn't at one point in time like the DX have all the gold?
Yeah.
At one point in time?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Let's do that. Shit. Since we go back to Wells, Triple H, and you were a member of DX, go back to that goddamn well.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody would hate you for it.
No. God no.
You're gonna hate as long as it's Jay with the heavyweight title. Does Jay have all of the titles? Does he have the heavyweight title, the IC title, and the tag title?
That's a lot of gold.
And then give it to that man. Give him some gold. Give him all the gold.
He gets the IC title, but because Priest has already been there, so it's Jay's gonna get the IC title. He's already one step closer.
Maybe he goes after the heavyweight title in Gunther after he gets the IC title. Because the IC title is a stepping stone, as Sammy said.
Well, here's the thing.
And then
Maybe he
after
goes,
he takes the heavyweight title, he gives Damian the IC title.
look, yeah. Well, maybe he goes after Sammy. Maybe
Sammy comes in. That's the new faction.
maybe Sammy, maybe Sammy does a Cody, and be like, dude, you deserve some gold around your waist. Let's all right. You're next in line.
Please don't do that. As much as I want to see him get a shot, but please don't do that.
I know it's a shitty way to do it, but hey, but you know what? Maybe Sammy joins the Terror triplets.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. You can't have the terror quadruplets.
No, you can be the fearsome foursome. Hello.
Yeah, that name is gonna go places.
We were the Terror twins, then we're the Terror triplets. Now we're the fearsome foursome. You gotta add something to it.
Or take something away.
You can't just say, "Oh, we're the fearsome foursome."
They're the new Four Horsemen.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe they go maybe they go crazy, and their new name is Foreskin.
Probably not.
You don't think so?
No. I don't think so.
We're fighting Foreskin. Are we sure? It's Foreskin versus Docking.
With Smegma as the special guest referee.
Yep.
All right, I think it's time to move on from that.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, really fun match. I was really happy to see them win and kind of move that storyline forward. Obviously, I think by Bad Blood, we get Rhea versus Liv in some sort of enclosure. I think we get either a cage match or a Hell in a Cell or something. But something where Liv can't run away.
And Dom can't get in.
Yes. I don't think Dom wants to get in.
No, but he's going to do what Liv tells him to do.
No, he's the man now. He's Daddy Dom now.
Yeah, he gets to eat nuggies and tendies and play video games. Cool, dude. Very mannish.
Yeah, so the match at Bash was great. I was happy to see the twins win, and this right now is probably my favorite storyline out of all of them going on between both shows.
Oh, for sure. Every other, even like the Wyatt Six is garbage. I'm done with that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that more for sure.
The Bloodline story, I'm like,
it's stale right now.
Cool. All right.
Like this is the story right now.
Yeah, like this, like it's the same. It's the same story, but it's different enough where and it's got Rhea Ripley in it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Here's the thing: if the Eradicator joins the Bloodline story, probably my favorite storyline.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, here's the thing: you have the best face on the women's roster, because there's no doubt Rhea's a face now.
Absolutely.
Against the best heel on the women's roster in Liv Morgan, and the best men's heel that I've seen in a really long time in Dom. And I hate to say that he's the best at something, but I have never seen anybody get heat like that man ever.
If you were to press me, I would say he's probably at this point in time one of the best heels. of all time.
I don't want to say best. I would say biggest because I don't really think he has to do a whole lot.
Yeah, he just has to show up.
He just has to be there, and just the fact of him turning on Rhea, like, yeah, like that's all he has to do. And maybe credit to Dom, and that's all he has to do, or credit to the story writers that made it that way. But you have megastar Rhea against the two biggest heels in the company right now, and it's magic. Like it's just straight up magic right now.
Yeah, and I don't think Dom has done much. I mean, to cultivate this, like, yeah, he's been in these storylines, but it goes back to the deadbeat dad Rey Mysterio storyline, and throwing in the Eddie Guerrero thing in there, and that whole storyline, and then into this Judgment Day, and Ken always being like this little, grunt in the Judgment Day, never really anything, and then let's build up Rhea just for him to turn on him, and then he does that, and it's like, okay, cool. All he has to do is, all Dom has really ever done is turned on
people close to him,
people that are close to him, but are like icons in the industry, right? Like Rey Mysterio is he's a Hall of Famer, he's an icon, he's Rey Mysterio.
Yep.
Right? Turns on him. Oh, well, Dom is a dick and blah blah blah. We're behind Rey and yada yada yada. And then now it's mommy and mommy, and everybody loves mommy, and now you turned on mommy. That's the straw that broke the camel's back, that turned Dom into who he is today.
That gave him nuclear heat. Like, god damn. Oh
yeah.
Like,
yeah, it was kind of like he previously I'm not a big fan of this guy. Don't like him. I mean, and he just has that look of just, he's probably a dick and he doesn't smell very well.
Yeah.
And
well, he's got that Dirty Sanchez going on, so.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I'm just like, you kind of look like just a douchey, Gen Xer that wants nuggies and tendies and play video games.
Yep.
And then to stab mommy in the back, I'm like, all right, dude. Like, there's a certain level. There's not enough levels of hell to reach the heat that you have right now.
No. Like, it's actually impressive.
Yeah. Like, yeah. To hold that level of heat is like, flame on, dude.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, so I'm really excited to see where that whole story
goes.
That
is not me giving Dom compliments, by the way.
Well, you picked him, so you might as well.
Nope, I didn't. That was a mistake.
All right, so moving on to the final match of the evening, we had Gunther versus Randy Orton for the heavyweight title. And I was probably most disappointed by this match.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the end. Like, the match in itself was very slow. It was very methodical, which a lot of Gunther matches are, and a lot of, recent Randy matches are. Like, I don't expect anything high flying or anything like super high impact, but I felt like this one was a gear lower than like their King of the Ring match.
Yep.
The crowd was nuts. Like, the crowd was insane. And I actually got a chuckle out of the very beginning of the match where Randy Orton joined in the wave.
Yeah.
And laughed a little bit. Like this dude right now at this point in his career is just having a good time.
It's like, here's the thing. I've done everything that I could ever do to be. He's like, he has nothing else to prove.
Yeah.
Like, he's done it. He's Randy Orton. Like, 14-time champion. Like, you've done everything. Now, at this point, it's like, you know what? I'm soaking it all in at this point.
Yeah. I mean, and it's very clear at the beginning of that match that he was.
Yeah. And he even pointed a gun. I was like, come on, man, do it. Do it, dude. Like, you just have a little bit of fun.
You're not.
But Gunther.
Yeah.
But Gunther's not at that point. He's got a character he's got to maintain.
Yeah, and I'm sure afterwards Gunther or Randy was like, "Dude, you got to take these moments in.
Yeah,
Like,
come on, man.
I've been in this business for so long. Like, this doesn't happen.
Like, just do it. He's like,
Have some
you know,
fun. Have some
have some.
fun with it."
He's like, I understand you're cultivating this. You're cultivating this image, right? You're this guy, but this is your hometown. Like,
Yeah, like these are your people
these are your people. Do it. Like, just take the time. He's like, it's not gonna hurt your image that bad.
at all. It won't. I wouldn't hurt. I wouldn't think any less of Gunther if he did. I would
No,
actually probably think more of him.
yeah. It's like cool. Yeah.
But I mean, the match itself was slow. I understand why they had it finish by sleeper, so there's no controversy. You know,
There's no
Randy Orton was submitted. Like there's no shoulder up anything. It's like nope, he got put to sleep.
And you saw, yep.
What I absolutely hated though was at the end of the match for Randy Orton to stand up and shake Gunther's hand and raise his hand and it's like, hey, yeah, this is the champ, all that. Like maintain a little bit of character, I guess. Because the entire lead up, he's just like, you're a failure. Your father was a failure. Your grandfather was a failure. And it's like, man, if somebody was talking about my family that way, and after I just got put to sleep, ain't no way I am shaking that man's hand. Ever.
At this point, it's almost to me that comes across as Randy agreeing with him.
Yeah, like what? Why? Like that was.
It's like, all right, man, maybe you're right. You win. Yep, you were right. Like I don't get it. Like maintain a little bit of Viper. Like here's before they actually shook hands, and Randy put his hand out. I'm like, oh, it's this is RKO, man.
Right.
Oh, he's RKOing him. There's no way he's gonna shake his hand. He's gonna RKO him. That's right. That's Viper, right?
Yeah, exact. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like, because he's like, oh, you're predictable, blah blah blah. You're a failure. Dad's a failure. Grandpa's a failure. Your whole family's a failure. You know, be like, all right, cool. You know, shaking his hand without being in an RKO. That's yeah, okay. I guess you're right. No, man, shake or even shake his hand. Let him turn around and then spin him around and RKO him. Don't walk away.
Smack him. Drop kick him. Do something. Like
don't walk away. Don't walk away.
No, I like it bugged me. Like, and I understand that, you know, Randy's in the twilight of his career, and you know, we talked about it a little bit on Monday, where it's like, you know, him kind of passing the torch, if you will.
But that's not a pass the torch moment, though.
No, it's not. Like the entire lead up, like he insulted you, he insulted your family, and then like you're just gonna be like, yeah, okay, that's fine, whatever. Like,
and
no,
is Randy
man.
pass the torch? Is Randy the guy holding the torch, or is it still Cena? Who's actually the torch holder at this point in time?
I mean, Cena's got more titles.
So, and he's still Cena.
He's like, chasing Cena.
Yeah, so it's like, so who's the torch holder? And you're not, and I'm sorry, if we're passing the torch to anybody, it's not Gunther. If we're passing the torch, if there's two people that we're gonna pass the torch to, and it's either gonna be Roman Reigns or Mommy herself. Those are the two people that are going to carry this torch. Not Gunther.
Well, I mean, the way they're booking and billing Gunther, it's going to be Gunther.
It's not Gunther, though.
I mean, it is right now.
It's not, though. I understand.
He's coming in from NXT. Like, I think they said, like, since being on any WWE brand, he has been a champion like 75% of the time.
No, I
Like
get that.
he's come in and done nothing but win and win and win and win. And like that's not stopping. So like like Gunther is the guy right
But
now.
here's the thing. Like, would you consider Goldberg being a torch carrier?
No.
Oh, but didn't he kind of do the same thing?
He did, but not as fast, and he's not as good of a wrestler as Gunther is.
No, I get it, but I mean, it's all billing, right?
Like-
it's all the booking, right? And
Like they built Goldberg to be the superstar that he was.
yeah, and they're doing that to Gunther. Like Gunther isn't like making these moments. He's, he's fulfilling. He's coming through in these moments, and he's not a torch carrier.
Well, and
Heels don't carry torches.
But he's not a good heel.
And he's not a face. That's why it's not Gunther.
Like,
He's
and
not
people,
the torch guy.
like he said all those things to Randy, and like people didn't hate him for it. He didn't get a whole lot of heat. Like, I feel like Gunther is the guy, and he's got a lot of respect from the locker room because he's a dude that puts in the work.
He does.
He's the guy that, he's probably there before the show starts. He's working with everybody. He's getting better. He's honing the craft. He wants to have good matches. And, since coming in, like, he's been the guy, and he's been very good technically. And, everybody understands he's putting in the work, and he's very good in the ring, and he's been okay on the mic. So, and I think that's where that's where he's been, and that's why he's in the spot that he has. Like, I feel like this is 100% earned by Gunther for the worker that he is.
Yes. And
I
that's
just
why,
don't like it.
Like, why he has done the work to be the champion.
Mad respect to Gunther. Mad respect to Gunther. I just don't like him. I don't.
Look, I don't disagree with you that he has put in the work, and he probably deserves the title that he has. Let's be honest. He does. He's done a lot of work, and he plays his gimmick very well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he deserves to be where he is at right now. But doing that or not, he's not a torch carrier. Gunther isn't the guy that the WWE is going to put on his back, and he's going to carry them into the next level. He's not the guy.
Not yet, but he's still pretty young in his career.
Yeah, but
like, he's not going to be the face of the company, and he's not ready to be the face of the company like Cody is. But no, I do think that when we're having this discussion 10 years down the road, we're going to be like, maybe we were wrong about him.
I don't know. I don't see him getting much farther than where he is right now. I think he's probably, he might be better in the ring or whatever, and he might continue to hone his in-ring abilities, but I think we're pretty close to, like, the Gunther character or the Gunther angle. I think we're pretty close to the peak of that.
Well, I mean, we have to be right now, for at least like, he just came off of the longest Intercontinental title reign ever. Yeah, and ending at 666 days in WrestleMania, and then what was it, 4 months later?
Mm-hmm.
Is now the world heavyweight champ.
Mm-hmm.
And he's claimed King of the Ring on the way. He's beat people like Randy Orton twice now.
Mm-hmm.
He beat Damian Priest for the title.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's not like he's been beating scrubs or anything. So
no, and I'm not saying that. I'm just talking like character himself. I'm not talking accomplishments. I'm talking the character itself. There's not much more that you can do with the character as it is now.
I
Like
don't
this
think
is
there's much more you have to do.
yeah, but I
It's obviously working. Fans
but
like him. I'm not one of those fans, but fans
but
also like Braun Breaker, and I hate that guy.
but
So,
here's the thing. But without character progression, you are going to get into character recession, and that's going to happen with this.
but
Like the great
that's more about the booking on him than the character itself.
No, I don't think so because it's the same guy. It's the same guy.
Austin was the same guy.
No, no, yeah, but Austin. But if you look at Austin, actual Austin, like the Austin Flame was a very short amount of time. Even like Steve Austin himself, like was in the business for a long, long time. The Stone Cold Austin that's a very short window of time, a very, very short window of time for what he created. You
Yeah,
know,
but we're still real early into this. Like, I think this current iteration of Gunther we're gonna have for the next 2 or 3 years.
and that's what I'm saying. If it, like Gunther needs to progress. Like this Gunther is going to get old, and guess what? If this Gunther doesn't progress, his booking doesn't progress, and his booking is going to start to regress, and he's not going to get what it's because he's not a draw anymore, and it's going to get passed on, and so unless that character progresses into something other than a version of Steven Regal or whatever he's trying to do, then you know if it until he finds the like you said, he's still new in his career, so until he finds that sweet spot for Gunther, which is it took a long time for Stone Cold Steve Austin to find that sweet spot for him. You know, he wasn't Stunning Steve for God's sake. I mean, he that was a character he played, but that wasn't Stone Cold. That wasn't Steve Austin.
No.
Like Stone Cold Steve Austin was Steve Austin. Like, um, so until Gunther finds that sweet spot to be that Gunther, then I mean, I still don't believe. I mean, even the Gunther that we see now is a forced Gunther.
It is.
So it's
It's more so now than it was um, previous to him being the world title holder.
yeah. So until he finds that sweet spot, it's a forced Gunther, and it's like it's the WWE is forcing Gunther down our throats, and we don't want it. Like
No, the universe wants it. We
that's
don't want it.
that's the vegetables that mom put on our plate at the buffet, and we don't want to eat them. We're here for cakes and ice creams. Yet we have to eat our vegetables first, and Gunther is the vegetable that we have to swallow until we get to the good stuff. And I believe that it's in there. And I believe that Gunther will forever be a heel. I think that the Gunther that he's trying to find will be a heel, but we need to find what that Gunther is. We're not there yet.
No, there's definitely room for this character to grow. I'm not debating that. I think, but like I think the point I'm trying to make is he's still like I don't want to say early, but he's young in his career, and
Yeah.
so he's
And
got barring any kind of injury, which knock on wood, I hope that never happens. He has a lot of room and a lot of time to grow. But at this point in time in his career, he's already been the longest reigning IC title holder, and he is already a world heavyweight champion. Not to mention all of his NXT championships. So yes, he is still growing, and yes, there still needs to be some progression with Gunther, but he has a bigger pedigree leading up to that point. So I think he's got like the sky's the limit for the guy. And I do think the character needs to progress. I agree with you 100% on that. This current version of the heel I'm going to attack your family, all that. It's not him. And we said this way back before he went up against Damian. That's not who he was before, and those weren't the promos that he was giving. And like, I understand, like, it's a quick, easy way to make somebody a bigger heel is you insult them personally, you insult the hillbillies with wherever town you're in.
Yeah.
It's like it's heel 101, and that's essentially what they've reset him to is heel 101.
He's like, look, you want to be a bad guy, this is what you do. We're in Cleveland, talk shit about Cleveland.
Say something bad about the Browns.
Say something bad about the Browns. You know what else is brown? Shit, like your team and blah, blah, blah. And say something about your opponent because everybody loves him, call him something, derogatory. And now nobody likes you. And now, cool. Now our next title is the classic, yin and yang.
Yep. Face versus heel. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of growth. Like I said, with this particular match, I hated the ending of it. I thought the match was slow. This was my second least favorite match, just above Cody and Kevin, and like it just really bugged me the handshake at the end. Like, it didn't make any sense. Like, he's gonna call you a failure. He's gonna call your family a failure and have all these personal attacks, and you're gonna be like, "Cool, let me shake your hand and raise it." No,
if anything,
just don't do that. And that was for me, like, that was the cherry on top to what was a subpar PLE.
Well, and it takes away from
Randy,
from what he is, from the mystique he has created throughout his career, starting as the Legend Killer, right? And then moving to the Viper. And that took away from that.
Yeah, you're the apex predator, and you're going to fucking shake this guy's hand after he insulted you and called your family failures?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
And you didn't get any like retribution from it because you lost the damn match.
Yeah, he put you to sleep.
Yeah. So
yeah, I hated it. But that to me just tells me it's a one and done thing. Like, it's done.
Yeah.
There's not going to be a Gunther Randy again anytime soon.
So now does Randy go back to SmackDown?
Maybe. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if he's permanently a part of Raw or if they brought him over just for the build up to this match.
I think this was maybe like the makeup call, Yeah.
It's
like, oh, that really wasn't a PI, so we're going to call one on the other team to...
Yeah.
Out.
I do think they need him back on SmackDown.
Yeah, for sure.
So I do hope he goes back to SmackDown.
Yeah.
It's been good to see him on Raw, but I think he's more needed in SmackDown.
Well, and let's SmackDown, Raw is the Terror Twins and Judgment Day. That's their show.
Yeah.
And Randy's going to be, a pre-match. He's not going to hold. He might do promos and whatever, and people will like him. He's the Viper, and they're going to sing his song or whatever. But he's going to be a time filler on Raw.
Yeah.
If he goes back to SmackDown, he's going to jump right into that.
He's back in the mix.
He's going to be in the and now if he goes back, maybe Cody's like, okay, now it's your turn.
Yeah, who knows?
Which is another stupid way to get Cody Rhodes on a PLE.
Yeah, so don't do that.
No,
Mr. Paul Triple H Levesque, please don't do that. If you need storyline ideas, please give us a call.
Yeah, we'll hook you up, dude, for a decent rate.
And I can give you a 70% assurance Eric Bischoff won't be involved.
I cannot give you that. I can give you a 99.9% guarantee Eric Bischoff will be involved.
So I guess what was your overall grade for Bash?
2 Davids.
Yeah, I'm man for this whole event. I'm like a plate, one plater, 1.5 plater. This to me by far the worst PLE of the year. There were plenty where I'm like, I don't know about this. Then they were surprising. I was like, damn, that was a good show. Like this one was just kind of meh. If it wasn't for the Terror Twins match, like this would have been like, don't even watch it. There's no point.
I don't think I would have finished it if I wasn't like if the mixed tag match was the opener, I don't think I would have made it past maybe match 3. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't. It would have been on still, but it wouldn't have gotten my undivided attention.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm in the same boat.
I probably would have, played a game on my phone and looked up. I'm like, okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, they're pulling her hair. Okay, they're gonna pull her hair. Okay.
Oh, they're still pulling her hair?
Oh, still pulling her hair. Is she still in the ring? Like, is this a handicap match? Like, I thought she had a tag team member. Oh, there's the other. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Flex. Okay. Flippy dippy thing. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay. Game over. Oh, look at that big old strap on that they have. Cool.
Yeah. So I like this one was a pass. I liked the Terror Twins. This was, like I said, 1.5, maybe a 2-plater if we're pushing it. Then that's just because the Terror Twins match was a 5-plater for me. Like it was an awesome match and it was great. But that was the only saving grace to this show.
Yeah, definitely.
I do have to say, and I talked to you about this also on Monday. I watched NXT No Mercy the next day. That was a fucking awesome show. I had no idea what was going on storyline wise, but goddamn, like they were just some fun matches to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't watched NXT No Mercy, you don't need to just like know what's going on. Just go and watch the matches, because they were fun as hell. And I was like, damn, this was a good show.
Yep. These are people that are they have something to prove because they want to get to the show.
Yep. All I'm gonna say is Obafemi, Joe Hendry, Axiom, and Nathan Frazier all need to get called up. Put them on the main roster.
Royal Rumble it.
Yeah, for sure. Oh man, you imagine freaking Obafemi in the Royal Rumble?
What? There's your winner.
All right.
John Cena's winning this Royal Rumble. Let's be honest.
Yep, you're calling it right now.
Calling it now. It's Cena.
You're 5 months in advance, so I'm going to give you credit for this one if Cena wins it.
He's going in number 1.
You get 5 bonus points to any show after that. Any pick'em show. If Cena wins the Rumble.
Cena, I do. Here, my too specific pick is Cena wins, going in number 1, sets the record for the longest time in the Royal Rumble.
Longest time and winning the Iron Man. I like it.
Yep. He's running the table.
All right, but I think that's going to do it for us tonight. We went on some journeys.
Welcome.
And we went all over the place. If you want to catch some more and you want to go on some more, join us again on Friday night, where we talk about the weekend review. We're going to talk about the IC title, Fatal 4-Way that's going down, and those matches. What do we expect to happen with the IC title? We're going to be talking what's next for the Bloodline, even though you got a little taste of that. Yeah, and whatever else comes up. But
It's going to be a lot.
It always is. It's a plateful.
It's a plateful.
Sometimes two. But do you have any parting words of wisdom tonight, Chef?
Nah, I think I've done enough. I've done enough damage with my mouth. That's what she said.
No, she didn't say that. All right. So yeah, that's going to do it for tonight. If you have show ideas, questions, please hit us up at rollinheavybjj@gmail.com. And until next time,